Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on a windy and chilly Thursday afternoon as we head into the close of the work week. That cool pool is going to stick around for some time. Earlier in the week, I was talking about a chance of frost. I'll show you the latest in your hour-by-hour forecast, what you can expect tonight, and the fast facts on what you can expect as the heat is set to return. It's coming up right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Thanks for keeping my sponsors in mind. And I want to remind you right off the top, join me tonight at 8 o'clock for the big announcement, the next step in Hutch's weather. Can't wait to disclose that to you. Hope you can catch it. No matter where you are, you can get it right on your cellular device by going to hutchesweather.com at 8 o'clock and clicking on that. Then the live version will be there and the recorded version will be there, so you can always catch up with the latest. But to let you know, hey, it is cruise night in Moorhead. The weather's a little breezy, but we don't have too much threatening in the skies as we head into the evening. Nathan, good to have you on board. Thank you so very much for watching once again. Let's take a check of temperatures across the area first and foremost as we head into your afternoon. Here's the 4 o'clock numbers, and the colors here are illustrative of the cool temperatures, the coolest of which are off to the east in Thunder Bay and in the northern Great Lakes region. What do these colors represent? Well, let's go ahead and show you a couple of these. Reading up by Ely, we're talking about temperatures in the 50s. International Falls, low 60s for that area. Now, where we do have some oranges, including in the Twin Cities, it's in those low to mid 70s there. Southern parts of the valley have near 70-degree readings. Notice this, 68.8 is great down there in the South Lakes country. Zooming in a little bit closer as we take you into Fergus Falls area, about 66 degrees for you. Up into Becker County, mid 60s there. Roseau County, we have temperatures that are in the mid 60s. Same thing for Lake of the Woods. And then for Bemidji, we're talking about mid 60s as well. A little warmer, but not a lot warmer as we sneak into these orange colors here. Fargo Moorhead, 67 degrees, so we'll call it upper 60s. All in all, it's a cool one out there heading into the afternoon. The heat has been suppressed all the way down into Sioux City, Iowa. It's 77.5 degrees there, and that's not necessarily hot for this time of the year, but we'll take it as we take a look at that cool pool up to the north. What do we have to be concerned about heading into the evening hours? Let's get to the latest with regards to that right now in the forecast details. So here we go. Now, as we take a look at the forecast for tonight, we'll go over this first so you can get the fast facts, and then I'll go over the details. Number one, by your Friday morning, northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Spotty showers still cannot be ruled out in northwest Minnesota. Temperatures will be coldest in the Arrowhead. There's your 30s out there to start your day. And that is where there'll be a chance for some frost on the Friday morning time frame as cold high pressure dives into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. For our area, we'll be in the 40s. Some of us low 40s and a few 30s out there. You see these blue shades coming in? We're talking Becker County in places, Polk County in places, Clearwater County, even out towards Marshall County, Minnesota. A few of you could dip down into those upper 30s. That's not far from frost heading into your Friday morning. Again, rain chances on the Minnesota side of the river up north, and they'll be fairly light. I'll show you more on that in a moment. Right now, temperatures as you go into your Friday afternoon will be very similar to today's. We're talking mid and upper 60s in the valley and points west. We're talking cool 40s, 50s and low 60s from the North Shore, where we're looking at close to 56 degrees there up by the North Shore of Lake Superior, Duluth 56, Bemidji 61 degrees for your Friday afternoon. Down to the south, we're talking some mid 60s for Fargo, mid 60s for Jamestown, and how about 73 degrees in Rapid City, Bismarck at 71. Look at the wind, though, decreasing in intensity, and it's those calm winds that take over, and when that happens, that's when we'll have the best chances at seeing some more ability to allow temperatures to get coldest. I believe Saturday morning will be some of our coolest temperatures across the area heading into your weekend. So now let's take a look at our forecast, shall we? We're going to go ahead and pop up the details in the hour-by-hour style of one model's forecast for the future radar. So we'll get to that here momentarily, but for now, I got to tell you once again, if you missed my announcement that tonight is the big announcement, well, that's coming up. Watch this short promotional video. Time for the big announcement is here. Hutch's weather is cruising forward and continues to grow. You won't want to miss this. It's the big announcement this Thursday, September the 5th at 8 p.m. live on Facebook. And Don't forget to bring your ideas. All right. Yeah, the big event is coming up tonight, 8 o'clock. Make sure you join me for the details on that. And I want you to bring your ideas because literally this announcement is shaped off of things that you requested. And I can't wait to disclose all the details on that. So once again, thanks for watching. Now let's take a look at the model guidance here as we head into the evening hours. Here's what we're going to notice. Mainly quiet weather out to the west. Notice that we have a few green blips showing up in portions of Minnesota. And look at this, Marquette, Michigan, like we talked about last night, a big heavy gully washers out there on the upper peninsula out there. But we do have some spotty showers showing up on the future radar as we go through the evening here, mainly from Winnipeg through Roseau County and the Lake of the Woods area down into Mille Lacs, Walker area, as well as for you folks in the Bemidji area. Now, as we set this into motion, there's nothing too substantial until the overnight. Look what's rolling through Winnipeg there. A chance for some heavier showers and maybe a rumble of thunder as we go into the overnight hours. Let me put the timestamp up on here. Again, this is heading into the evening hours, 7 to 10 o'clock at night. Now, as we go through the overnight hours, those shower chances will diminish, and it looks like a pretty quiet night, although passing sprinkles cannot be ruled out in northern Minnesota. So we'll leave that in your forecast, and temperatures, as we showed you, will be coolest up in the Arrowhead of Minnesota with a few morning showers. This is 6:45 in the morning on your Friday morning, and we're talking about a few sprinkles in central Minnesota toward Winnipeg. The rest of the area clear, dry, and then the wind decreases. And it looks like we're going to have quiet radar conditions for most of the day. As we go through the evening hours, notice that in and around the Twin Cities there, I'm rocking this back and forth, we could have some mid-afternoon showers and thunderstorms there. Regionally speaking, we're talking about very quiet weather for your afternoon across all of the Rocky Mountain West, with most of the inclement weather on the East Coast as a cold front that we are enjoying the cool relief of now moves through places like Toronto and the Ohio River Valley, southern parts of Illinois. Huge wet weather will be taking place as we look on the Gulf Coast states as they deal with some tropical weather down near New Orleans, down there in parts of East Texas, all the way into western parts of Florida, southern and Gulf Coast counties in parts of Alabama and Georgia, as well as Mississippi. So that's what's going on across the nation, and that's a look at your weather. Now, as we take a look at this, let's go ahead and pop up the latest radar details with what we have going on right now across the nation. So let me pull that up. Here we go. What you're going to find here is we do have some active weather down in New Mexico, southern Colorado, a few thunderstorms out there. One is really strong there, and the blue box, that's highlighted around there, showing that it's strong enough for some sizable hail, but not severe hail, and maybe some gusty winds as well south of Springer. And that's about it in that area. We do have some Oklahoma City showers and storms working their way in that general vicinity. And as we look down into the wet weather in New Orleans, it is just a gully washer there. Let me show you a look at the rainfall estimates for the area in and around this area of southern parts of the Gulf Coast states. So pardon me while I look for this in the radar data here. Okay, so let's go with the precipitation amount, and we'll go for the storm total 24-hour amounts. And here we go. So here are the colors indicative of rainfall amounts along the Gulf Coast from Houston, Beaumont, Texas, into Lafayette and New Orleans. These blue colors you see here, 4 to 9 inches of rain. Some of this falling off the shores of the waters into the Gulf Coast. But man, we've got anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain. And in and around New Orleans here, Lake Pontchartrain area, 3 to 5 inches of rain, and some areas even higher than that. So that's a look at what's going on across the nation. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'm going to pop that radar back up there, and we'll take a look at your loop of radar data across the nation. Let me pull up the national view here. It's kind of fun. Well, let's go to the upper Midwest since that's our area. I'm going to loop the radar data, and then what we'll show you here is a look at your questions. So I'm going to have wandering eyes here while I'm looking for your questions. Tiffany, thanks for joining me today. Says winds are gusting to 28 miles per hour right now in Comstock. Thank you for your report. It's been a windy day, and it's from that cool northerly direction. Deb, thanks for the stars. Mary said, did I hear 49 here in southwest Minnesota? Guess what? I am going for temperatures that'll be in the mid to lower 40s here in Fargo. So let me show you that once again. If you missed the forecast segment or part of the segment, let's go to that right here. So here is a look at the forecast temperatures, and we'll pull up the morning temperatures. Look at what I'm going for the Fargo-Moorhead area and Grand Forks. Low to mid 40s. And you talking southern Minnesota, way down south, we're talking 48 in the Twin Cities, thanks to the metropolis and the walls of concrete that are there. But otherwise, low to mid 40s, a few upper 40s down near Rochester. That's how I see it tonight. It's going to be some cool weather out there. Cheryl, thanks for watching. Jessica, I agree with you. It's been a nice relief, but I'm still not ready to say goodbye to summer. And that's why we have to take a look at the planning forecast. And let's do that right now. Here you go. As we take a look, the 7-day planner shows this. Temperatures rising after the weekend. So Sunday. Temperatures back in the 70s once again after a chilly start to your Saturday morning in Fargo. 39 degrees, a couple mid-30s won't be impossible. Some frost won't be impossible in parts of northern Minnesota. Look at the 80s return, and they are here to stay. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Put some 80s to near 90 in your pocket on Thursday, as that's a look at your forecast. All right, meteorologist Hutch Johnson, hoping you have a chance to join me for a look at your announcement. So where's Hutch's weather going next? I can't wait to share the latest details on that with you. Coming up 8 o'clock right here on Facebook, and you can also watch it on Hutch's webpage, hutchesweather.com. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening. Maybe might see you out and about. I know some of you heading out to the Moorhead Cruise, and if I can get all my ducks in a row. Now, they're all over the place around here. If I can get my ducks in a row, I might make it out there for just a wee bit. Have a good evening, and we'll talk again very soon, hopefully 8 o'clock tonight.